Welcome to Titus Talk, ladies and gentlemen. Today is June the 13th, I believe. Yes, it is. We got some AEW to talk about because the Elite made a challenge to AEW. I thought it was something else. But, ladies and gentlemen, we didn't get a lot of segments here. We got the TV time with Chris Jericho, the Learning Tree. I didn't really care for it. Chris Jericho just saying how to garden, how to make corn and all that stuff. Nobody really cares about that. I know I don't. Some people like this gimmick. Some people don't. I'm the people that doesn't like this gimmick one bit. Like his boys, I just want to hit him in the head. It annoys the hell out of me. But ladies and gentlemen, and then the private party just beats up them because beats up Chris Jericho and the Learning Tree because Chris Jericho says, "You guys are not even climbing the turnbuckle right. You'll now win," and all that stuff. And then the private party says, "How about you show us how to climb the turnbuckle?" And he did show them how to do it until the private party attacks them. A lot of interviews happening, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of matches for Collusion and Rampage and all this stuff. And the matches for Forbidden Door, like the Stephanie girl versus Mercedes Moné. The girl that is friends with Mariah May versus Toni Storm. I mean, I'm not going to have fun with Forbidden Door with this video because I don't know anyone's names here except for the AEW guys. It's going to be hard for me. Well, ladies and gentlemen, let's just talk about the first segment. The first segment, we got Swerve Strickland coming out. Talking about Will Ospreay. I guess they're friends, I guess. And he talked about Will Ospreay and then, yeah, all that stuff. And then he talked about the Elites. Because he's defending his title and the Elite is not defending their titles. The World Tag Team Champions and the Continental Champion is not defending their titles. And then, of course, here comes the EVPs, Okada and Jack Perry. They come out and they talk about what they did. And they took out half of the AEW roster. Eddie Kingston is injured. Dax Harwood, we just heard that he's injured. He's going to be out for an injury. Lower back, I think they said. Lower back injury. So he won't be there. So I don't think we're going to see FTR or Cash Wheeler will have a singles run. Like most of the tag teams in WWE, when they have their partner down, sometimes we don't see them, or they have a singles run like Ivar did. Until he got injured. That happening, and then, ladies and gentlemen, they issue a challenge to AEW. Another team of AEW for Blood and Guts match. We don't know when that's going to happen. It's not happening at Forbidden Door. Maybe it will, but I don't think so because Jack Perry might be a little busy because he has a TNT Championship opportunity qualified match for that ladder match against Dustin Rhodes later on. And then, ladies and gentlemen, but remember with this Blood and Guts match, it's 5-on-5. There's only 4 elites, so they tried to ask Swerve Strickland to join them, and they tried to butter his biscuits by giving him a pair of their shoes that was selling, and looks like they're I guess they sold out because one in the commentaries said they were sold out. I think it was Taz. And then they gave it to Swerve, and Swerve says, "I don't wear size 9." So he gave the shoes to Nada, and then he said something that he is something. I forgot what he says. And then Nada just throws the shoes into the crowd, and I don't think the Elite is happy about that. So it looks like the Elite was about to beat up Swerve. It took Nicholas so long to unbutton his shirt. Like, I don't think he was going to attack him anyways. Because the guy was doing every button for his shirt. Like, just take it off and get ready to fight. What are you doing, Nicholas? And then the Acclaim came out. And then Christopher Daniels The Elite ran away like big babies. Christopher Daniels came out and says, I need everybody out of this ring because we have a TNT Championship opportunity qualified match for the ladder match. And I thought he was going to kick Jack Perry out, but he said, not you, Jack Perry, because you have that match against Dustin Rhodes. Okay, so we have this match with Dustin Rhodes and Jack Perry. It was a pretty decent match. Dustin Rhodes could still wrestle, but the guy needed to stop bleeding. Like, seriously, he was busted open. But ladies and gentlemen, the winner of that match, the person that won, bless me, the winner of that match was Jack Perry. And he will be in the ladder match. Ladies and gentlemen, he did a DDT on the concrete. They took the padding outside the ring off and did a DDT on the concrete. Smashed Dustin Rhodes' face into an exposed turnbuckle. I think the face of Dustin Rhodes almost got broken. Almost on dashing. But ladies and gentlemen, Jack Perry wins and he will be in the ladder match. Next we got Don Callis' family and Roderick Strong versus Mark Briscoe, Kyle O'Reilly, and Orange Cassidy. Pretty decent 6-man tag team match and a Pagala match. I will tell you guys more about it when we get there. But I thought it was a pretty decent 6-man tag team match. So you joined. It was back and forth, but the winner of that match was the Don Callis family and Roderick Strong. And then, ladies and gentlemen, of course, Trent and the Don Callis family wasn't done. It didn't look like Kyle O'Reilly was helping him because some reason, I think it was Mike Bennett or Matt Taven, one of them, was like patting on Kyle O'Reilly saying good job. I don't know what happened there. And then Willa Nightingale's music hit because Orange Cassidy doesn't know he could trust Mark Briscoe or Kyle O'Reilly, but he knows he could trust Willa Nightingale to have his back. Her song hit, but she was attacked by Chris Statlander. And starting halfway trying to wake her up, I think she was already woken up. She was moving. And then, ladies and gentlemen, they said, we're not going to pull the next time you get in Chris Statlander's her business. We're not going to drag you to the stage. We're going to drag you to the ER. Guess what, Stokely? You're not dragging anyone. I think you're a weak boy. But you're not dragging nobody. It's Chris Statlander doing it. Not you. We got Ruse versus a jobber. Yeah, that's how you start with that. I don't know what I'm trying to say there, but John Ruse gets the win, and then he tried to get the mic, and he scared off Justin Roberts. And then he wasn't done there. He attacked this jobber more, and he was about to do that drop kick again into the corner until MJF came out. He saved the poor jobber. And then we had a brawl between Rouge and MJF in the ring, outside the ring, and backstage. And ladies and gentlemen, we heard that next week it will be Rouge versus MJF. Next week will be a commercial free. So that's going to be interesting. I don't know if it's going to be the whole show or it's just for 1 hour. I don't know. So next we got Samoa Joe and Hook versus Tony Nese and Arya Dabari. And ladies and gentlemen, the winner of that match was Samoa Joe and Hook. Sabata had he had a camera. He was filming as well. And then, ladies and gentlemen, Samoa Joe and Hook attacked the Premier Athletes. They were doing like a little promo in backstage while Arya Dabari and Tony Nese was doing their entrance. And then they just attacked them in their entrance. But ladies and gentlemen, the winner of that match was Samoa Joe and Hook. Sabata attacked Mark Sterling because he wouldn't stop getting himself involved and all that stuff. Then we have Mercedes Moné defending her TBS title against CMML lady, Zogas. I don't know her name. I really don't. But ladies and gentlemen, I thought it was a pretty decent match. This lady was really good in the ring. But the winner of that match was Mercedes Moné retaining her title. And then we had Daniel Garcia versus the Nick Corrado guy. I think that was who he was. Right? I think so. I haven't seen this guy around, so I don't know what he looks like anymore. He was in the factory, and that's done. Daniel Garcia gets the win. And Will Ospreay, for some reason, was watching this match. he doesn't have an international championship match against Daniel Garcia, but why is he watching that match? I have no idea. Speaking of Will Ospreay defended his international championship against Ray Phoenix. These guys are terrific. I love Ray Phoenix. The guy deserves an opportunity. The guy is awesome in the ring. It will be weird if Pentagon leaves AEW and Ray Phoenix stays. Because remember, it's somewhere like in August or 15th, not 15th, August or September, Pentagon is going to be a free agent. Nobody said anything that he re-signed. And, ladies and gentlemen, speaking of Ricochet, I thought it was in August that his contract expires, but they're saying July. So I have no idea when he's going to be leaving, but it is upsetting that Ricochet is leaving, and it will be upsetting for Pentagon, too. But will Cody Rhodes help Pentagon join the WWE like Ethan Page, Alexis King, and Shawn Spears? Ladies and gentlemen, speaking of new members of the WWE, I'll tell you guys more, but we got this match. I thought it was a pretty decent match between Will Ospreay and Ray Phoenix. The winner of that match, and still your champion, was Will Ospreay. But Will Ospreay did the swerve stomp, and he says, "This is my house," before he did the swerve stomp. And then when he was celebrating, here comes Swerve Strickland come in the ring and start yelling at Will Ospreay, saying, "You can't do this. You think this is a game," and all that stuff. And ladies and gentlemen, and he says, "You can't hold both titles. You can't hold the world and the international." So when Swerve Strickland was about to try to walk away, Will Ospreay snatched the AEW World Title, and then he puts his international championship on one shoulder, the AEW World Title on the other, and maybe he could hold both titles. And then Swerve was yelling at him again, and then they stopped. So that's the end of that show. But ladies and gentlemen, we heard that Hikaru, if you guys don't know who he was on Impact Wrestling before. And I believe he beat Carl Anderson when he joined WWE, came back to WWE. I think Hikaru beat him for the Never Openweight Championship, whatever it's called. Stuff like that. So we heard that he had his last match at New Japan Pro Wrestling in some pay-per-view, Dominion something. You guys could get mad at me on the comments, because if you guys watch it, you know what the name is. I don't know the name. I heard that he had his last match, and it was confirmed that he's coming to WWE. And I look at the Wikipedia, looking at the guys that doesn't have a brand. I forgot what they call it. Free agents. What am I doing? The free agents guys, because they have Jacob Batu in there. They got Eric Rowan because he's signed, but he doesn't. He might be on Raw because of Uncle Howdy and his QR code, the countdown to the 17th. But we heard that he is confirmed to be in WWE. So do we think, because we all thought that Jacob Batu might join Solo and his group. But Jacob Batu is the son, I think, is he the son of Rikishi? I don't know. I don't remember. But I know Rikishi is a Batu. And the Usos is a Batu. So I believe, I don't know the dang bloodline of these. I don't know the cousins and nephews and all that stuff for these guys. But I believe Jacob Batu is in the same family as the Uso, Rikishi, and I believe with Roman Reigns as well, and Solo, because Solo is the brother of the Usos. But I think Jacob Batu will join Roman Reigns and the Usos if they're going to do that War Games match between Roman Reigns and the Usos, and maybe Jacob Batu versus Solo, Tama Tonga Loa, and Hikaru, if he's really going to be part of WWE. It's going to be weird, man. We have a whole bunch of former Bullet Club members It feels like WWE is making their own Bullet Club, but they're not calling Bullet Club, they're calling it Bloodline. And Solo is a new member of it, and he's a new boss, new leader of it. It feels like it, but right now they kind of have it with the OC, with Carl Anderson, Luke Gallows, and AJ Styles. That's their Bullet Club, I guess. Because I believe the OC stands for its original club. So I believe that's their own, that's their Bullet Club. But it feels like we're getting another Bullet Club, but as called the Bloodline. But I'm hoping they change their names, the team name, because we don't need to hear the Bloodline versus the Bloodline, Roman's Bloodline, Solo's Bloodline. Oh, they changed the name. I really do. If he's really in the WWE, I will download a Hikalu and let him join that team. Because I already am making my own Bloodline Wars, but I only have The Rock teaming up with Roman Reigns and Jimmy Uso. I got Jacob Pot 2 teaming up with Solo, so I might switch it up. I might switch it up and then turn it into a Hikalu. I have no idea. But ladies and gentlemen, wrestling is getting crazier and crazier right now because people are don't know who's going to be in the NXT's Battle Royal. Will it be TNA guys in there? I wouldn't mind 1 or 2 guys. I wouldn't mind. But I think it's time for TNA to get their rub in this crossover because they already had Jordan Grace going to NXT. Now it's NXT. Somebody from NXT goes to TNA and fight their TNA people. So I think that's what they should do because they should take turns of who's going where and what's happening because that's how you help your partnership. The AEW did not really help Impact Wrestling because they never show anything on their TV, on their program. Nothing about TNA or Impact Wrestling back then. They didn't show anything. They just said their name because Kenny Omega was the Impact World Champion. They didn't really talk about Impact Wrestling. They didn't show how Kenny Omega won the match or the replays of when Kenny Omega was in that show. So yeah, I believe they do the same thing with New Japan Pro Wrestling. No, never mind, they do it. They showed Jon Moxley winning the title. I don't know why it's so different with New Japan Pro Wrestling and Impact Wrestling. Like, I don't understand it. So I'm hoping that this WWE and TNA partnership will actually be good. And not like AEW's. I don't think a lot of Impact Wrestling guys went into AEW. I know Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson did because they were part of that team. I believe Motor City Machine Guns did as well. And I believe Deonna Purrazzo as well. I believe so. But she wasn't there for the Impact Wrestling. She was there because she was the AAA Women's Champion, and I believe she was defending an NWA Women's Championship as well. Something like that. I forgot what title she was defending. But I don't think it was about the Impact Wrestling title, Knockouts title. So I'm hoping that this partnership between TNA and WWE actually works. And I kind of okay that they are just partnering with NXT for now. Because now you got these indie wrestlers helping these young guys that never been in indie wrestling. Because there's some guys that never been in indie wrestling, never wrestled in indies, and now they get to fight real indie wrestlers. Roxanne Perez was an indie wrestler. She was on a Ring of Honor. But, like Trick Williams, he fought an indie wrestler, Ethan Page. Carmelo Hayes is not an indie wrestler. I think he was. I think he was in Evolve. I think I saw a picture of that. But now these guys could show them what they could do. Not just the main roster guys show what they could do that they learned from WWE. Now they could show what the indie wrestlers learn from the Indies Wrestling Promotions. Oh my, I don't know what I'm saying now. But ladies and gentlemen, if you guys enjoyed this video, hit the like button, leave a comment below, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and I will see you guys Friday when I upload, Friday when I upload TNA video, and I'm going to be uploading this on Thursday. So if you guys enjoyed this video, you know what to do. Time is out. Bye!